Hey folks, welcome back to another Dice Tower preview. I'm Mark, and today we're taking a look at FLUTTER, which is brought to you by Phase Shift Games. It's for 2 to 5 players, ages 8 and up, and games generally run about 30 to 45 minutes. Immerse yourself in the wonder of nature and create vibrant meadows bursting with flowers to attract the most vital creatures of the ecosystem. Among them are the graceful hummingbirds, swift dragonflies, flittering moths, delicate butterflies, and the revered bees, the king of all pollinators. With each turn, you will strategically place uniquely shaped tiles, aiming to match flowers and earn precious petals. But it doesn't end there. It's about nurturing the ecosystem by providing the right flower to each fluttering critter, so it can spread its rich pollen across the land. As the game progresses, you will also work to enclose tiles, providing the pollinators with all the flowers they require to produce the valuable pollen. If you're clever enough to use your bee token strategically, you can even earn bonus pollen. Don't take too long to make your move though. The supply rondel is running low, and once a single stack of tiles is emptied, the game comes to an end. The player with the most pollen at the end of the game will be crowned the winner and earn the admiration of the pollinators in the meadow. So this game is super easy to jump into, easy to teach, easy to learn. However, the complexities come in as you start to puzzle things out, try to enclose tiles, get those maximum points, and you start to create this amazing, beautiful field as you put flowers out. But you have to be careful about having to pay penalties if you can't match up flowers and so forth. So the first thing you're doing based on player count, you'll determine how big or how many tiles to put in each of these stacks. And you're going to create this kind of rondel for the sun to rotate around. Each player is going to get a petal tracker along with various tokens to track the different colors. And it's important to note that flower petals and pollinators are going to be colors that you need to be very mindful of. Each player receives their own bee token. You hope to use the bee token through the course of the game in order to get extra pollen points. Now you have pollen tokens to represent that. These tokens can be gained by enclosing pollinators and your bee in order to get extra big points at the end of the game. But really the economy of the game is straight up these petal boards. You're tracking all the different petals. It is the currency of the realm, so to say. You will be spending petals, you'll be gaining petals, there'll be lots of give and take here, but at the end of the game, it will also net you victory points. So you need to keep an eye on your spending and how you're best placing tiles and so forth. So gameplay here is super straightforward. The first thing you're doing at the top of your turn is moving the sun token to the next stack. And you know what? You have some options here then. You can draw a tile, but the first tile that happens after the sun is going to be free. However, every other tile after that will cost you in petals. So in this particular example, if you take the yellow hummingbird, that's going to be free. However, this next dragonfly, this blue dragonfly, is going to cost you 1 blue petal because the dragonfly is blue. And then you have the butterfly that's yellow. This would cost you 2 petals in yellow. And then you have the purple and the red, and again it's going to cost you 3, 4 petals to come way out around the rondel and get that last tile. So it gets very expensive spending petals, but you might need to do that strategically to place a tile where you might need it the most. Now, tiles are very straightforward to place, and they're all double-sided. You can rotate, decide how you want to place it. You can even put it back and go for a different tile if you just decide that it's not going to work for you. So you just have some options as you place them and so forth. But really your goal here is to place the tile in a way that the petals on the tile match the petals you're putting them up against. And there are some wilds out here. There's even a starting tile that has wilds all the way around with the bee in the middle. So you have lots of options and so forth. But as long as one of the petals in the flower matches the ones from your tile that you're placing, you're in good shape. However, if you can't place matching ones, then you're going to have to start to pay penalties. For the ones that don't match, you have to pay penalties. It's going to cost you in petals, but really you try to place it the best you can. So if we take like this free one here with the hummingbird, and you just try to place it somewhere simply on the board, you're looking, okay, well, we can place it right here and we could get a ton of blue petal points. So it's really that simple, that straightforward. But then you have another option. You could take your bee and place it on this tile as well. Why would you do that? Because you hope to enclose the tile and get extra points from the pollinator. And it's important to note when you're placing tiles, you don't have to match all corners of your tile. You just have to find one flower to match to. You can get lucky and match multiples, that's great. But you don't have to match all of them. So like in this example with the 2 dragonflies, you'll see that we have flower ends sticking off the edge. That's fine to do. We just matched the red here where the 2 came together into the meadow and so forth. So it gives you many options how to puzzle out this meadow. But one of the big things you're trying to do is enclose tiles. So if you have your bee strategically placed on an enclosed tile, and this is really just a tile that can't be reached from the outside. There can be gaps, like in this example here with the blue butterfly. If there was a bee here, whoever is the owner of that bee is going to get 2 pollen points for the enclosed tile. And then you take the bee off and that player can place it wherever they want. But the thing here that's crucial is that the blue butterfly is going to cost you 3 because it has 3 sparkles on it, 3 white dots, cost you 3 blue petals. But you are going to get pollen in return, 3 pollen points. So it is, a way to get extra points through the game. And like I said, the petals are the economy, the currency of the system, and you're going to be spending and gaining and spending and gaining throughout the course of the game. But that's really the gist of what you're trying to do. You're trying to gain petals, try not to spend too many, and it is a big trade-off, obviously, as you place tiles and so forth. You don't always get optimal placements. So you gain those petals, you try to get the most victory points, you're trying to get pollen points, you're trying to strategically place your bee, and in the end, you hope that you are the player that has the most victory points. And again, the end is triggered when one of these stacks runs out. All right, folks, just a reminder once again, this has been a Dice Tower paid preview, and everything you've seen here has been in prototype form, so keep a close eye on the campaign for any changes that still may occur. Now, with that said, this game is definitely very puzzly and just beautiful in general as you build out these meadows, get bigger and better and so forth. And you really do have to puzzle things out in order to get the best points, the most strategic value for placing your bee. So again, it's very easy to teach, very easy to jump into, but it does get some intricacies here as you try to enclose areas and place your bee appropriately to get those maximum points. And it is also very family friendly. But folks, ultimately, if this looks like something of interest to you, I'm sure they'd appreciate your support. So I think that's it from me, and until next time, we'll see you at the table.